Shabbat shalom, everybody. See if we have a minion here yet. Got about 6 people right now. I don't think Bnai Israel counts as 2 people, so we can get started. And maybe if Jimmy can let me know how many people are streaming, if that'll count towards the minion or not. But we'll get started anyway.
Yeah, the streaming doesn't count, unfortunately.
Okay.
But
so we got 7 people now. Willie, is Harry with you tonight? Oh, we got 8 people. We're getting closer. Yeah. We'll get started. I'd like to start on page 101 with Ma Tovu, going a little out of order today just to keep us on our toes, because why not? And I always like this one because it's all about the space in which we're praying. And so since we're all at home, all of our tents of Jacob look a little bit different. And I know especially when COVID first started, our living rooms were our gyms, were our bedrooms, were our workspaces, were our synagogues. And it's always important to take a minute and recognize the space we're using, what we're using it for. So we'll go to page 101 for Ma Tovu, and we'll just do the first line a couple times. Ma Tovu, Ohalecha Yaakov, Mishkenotecha Yisrael. Ma Tovu, Ohalecha Yaakov, Mishkenotecha Yisrael. Ma Tovu, Ohalecha Yaakov, Mishkenotecha Yisrael. Okay, we'll turn back to page 5 for Shalom Aleichem. Welcoming our Shabbat angels. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Chasharet, Malachei Elyon, Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Boachem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Barchuni l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Zeitem l'shalom, Malachei HaShalom, Malachei Elyon. Mi Melech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Are we all feeling angelic yet? All right, we'll turn to page 11 for the Huneranana. Sorry, getting myself situated. The kitchen table is not quite as roomy as the bima. Lechu neranena, neranena la Adonai naria, naria, litzur yishenu. Lechu neranena, neranena la Adonai naria, naria, litzur yishenu. Nekad mafanav, nekad mafanav, nekad mafanav v'toda bezmirot narialo. Ki el gadol Adonai, umelech gadol, al kol Elohim. Lehu neranena la Adonai nariach litzur yeshenu. Lehu neranena la Adonai nariach litzur yeshenu. We will continue on page 21 for Havu Ladonai. Well, flipping through this book a little earlier this afternoon, just reviewing the prayers and figuring out what page they were all on, I thought the left side of this page was interesting on page 21, where it says the voice of Adonai. At times we hear the voice of God as thunderous and shattering as at Sinai. At other times we hear the speaking of silence as Elijah the prophet did when he returned to Sinai. The mystics ascribe specific emotions and feelings to the voices we may hear in accord with the emanations of the divine. There's compassion and love, there's courage, there's shining truth, there's endurance and patience, there's splendorous beauty, deepest connection, and just plain presence. And I thought this was kind of an interesting one to keep in mind as we entered into this prayer. Page Havul Adonai, Psalm 29 on page 21. Havul Adonai b'nei Elim, Havul Adonai kavod va'oz, Havul Adonai kivod shemo, Ishtahavul Adonai behadrat kodesh, Kol Adonai el hamayim, El hakavod hirim Adonai, Almayim, Almayim, Almayim Rabim, Almayim, Almayim, Almayim Rabim. Kol Adonai b'koach, Kol Adonai behadar, Kol Adonai shover arazim, Vayishaber Adonai et arzei havanon, Vayarkidem kemo egel, Levanon v'siryon, kemo ben reimim, kemo ben reimim. Kol Adonai hotzev lavotesh, Kol Adonai yachil midbar, Yachil Adonai midbar kadesh, Kol Adonai yeholel ayalot, Vayehesof ye'arot, Uvehechalo kulo merkavod, kulo omer kavod, kulo omer kavod. Adonai lama bul yashav, Vayeshev Adonai melech leolam, Adonai oz le'amo yitain, Adonai yivarech et amo v'shalom. We now turn to page 23 for Lecha Dodi. I'm just going to do a little reading on the top of page 23. Rabbi Shimon ben Lakish taught, the day of Shabbat came before the Holy One and said, Creator of the world, every day has a partner. Sunday has Monday, but I have no partner. The Holy One replied, Israel shall be your partner. And when Israel stood at Sinai, God said to them, remember my promise to Shabbat that Israel will be your partner. Thus it is written, remember the day of Shabbat to keep it holy. So for Lecha Dodi, we will do verses 1, 3, 5, and 9. And of course, for verse 9, we will stand up, welcome, face east, welcome to the Shabbat bride. Page 23. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Bnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Bnei Shabbat nekabela. Shamor v'zachor b'dibur echad, Hishmi'anu el hamuhad, Adonai echad u'shemo echad, L'shem u'tiferet v'li tehila, Lecha dodi likrat kala, Bnei Shabbat nekabela. Mikdash melech ir melucha, Kumitzei mitoch hafecha, Rav lashevet be'emek havecha, Vehu yachamo alayich hemla, Lecha dodi likrat kala, Bnei Shabbat nekabela. Hitoreri, Kiva ore, Kumi uri, Shir daberi, Kevod Adonai alayich nigla, Lecha dodi likrat kala, Bnei Shabbat nekabela. Please rise and face the entrance to welcome to the Shabbat bride. Boi v'shalom ateret ha'ala, Gam besimcha u'b'tzachara, Tov emunei yam segula. Boi chala, Lecha dodi likrat kala, Bnei Shabbat nekabela. Lecha dodi likrat kala, Bnei Shabbat nekabela. Okay, we will turn to page 27 for Mizmor Shir. Mizmor Shir Le'yom HaShabbat, Tov lehodot l'Adonai, Ulezamer l'shimcha elyon, Ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. Lechagid baboker chasdecha, Be'emunatecha baleilot, Alei asor ve'alei navel, Alei higyon bechinor. Lai mizmor shir le'yom HaShabbat, Tov lehodot l'Adonai, Ulezamer l'shimcha elyon, Ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. Ki simachtani Adonai b'falecha, B'ma'aseh yadecha aranein, Ma gadlu masech Adonai, Me'od amku machshevotecha. Lai mizmor shir le'yom HaShabbat, Tov lehodot l'Adonai, Ulezamer l'shimcha elyon, Ulezamer l'shimcha elyon. Next is the Baruch Hu, the call to prayer. I guess we haven't been praying this whole time, or it hasn't been official, but now we're about to make it official. So we'll turn to page 39 for the Baruch Hu. Please rise.
And we have a minion.
And we have a minion. Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach Le'olam Va'ed. You may be seated. So with the confirmation class earlier this past week, we were actually looking specifically at this Umavir Yom prayer. And it's interesting because it's thanking God for darkness. And the kids brought out, well, usually darkness is symbol for evil and not good things. So we ended up spending a little bit of time thinking, what sorts of good things does the evening bring? And what sorts of nice things does darkness provide? And the kids came up with nice ideas, just like you can't have light without dark and all those things that we've heard, but also how without darkness, you can't see the stars, and how the darkness is sometimes a break from the brutal heat during the summers in New Mexico. So there's lots of nice things that the darkness can bring. And tomorrow morning on Shabbat morning services, we'll look through El Adon, which is a celebration of light and comparing God to light. But tonight we're comparing God to darkness. And I think that's always an interesting perspective to take. So look on page 39 for Umavir Yom with a little carrot. Umavir Yom umevi laila, umavdil vein yom uvein laila, Adonai tzevot shemo, El hai v'kayam tamidim lo chaleinu le'olam va'ed, Baruch atah Adonai, Hamari v'aravi. And for the musicians here, like Diane and my dad, this is the part of the service where things kind of switch to a minor key for a little bit. And it's interesting that the Baruch Hu on Friday evening is done in a minor key, but it's done in a major key on Shabbat morning to kind of lead into that darkness and then again into that light. But of course, the Shema is done in a major key, which goes against everything I just said. So we'll turn to the Shema. Nope, we'll turn to Avat Olam on page 40. Ahavat olam Beit Yisrael amchavta Torah u'mitzvot u'kimu mishpatim otanu limadeta Al kein Adonai Eloheinu v'shachveinu v'kumeinu nasiach v'chukecha V'nismach b'divrei Toratecha u'v'mitzvotecha le'olam va'ed. Ki heim hayenu v'yorech yameinu uvahem negei yomam v'layla. Ki heim hayenu v'yorech yameinu uvahem negei yomam v'layla. Ki heim hayenu ve'yorech yameinu uvahem negei yomam v'layla. Ki heim hayenu ve'yorech yameinu uvahem negei yomam v'layla. Ve'ahavtecha al tasir mimenu le'olamim Baruch atah Adonai ohev amo Yisrael. Now it's time for the Shema on page 41. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem B'Kol Motzil V'Olam Va'ed. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavecha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol me'otecha v'hayu hadvarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom alevavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'meitecha u'v'lechtecha v'aderech u'v'shokbecha u'v'kumecha u'kishartam leot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha u'chtavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha. Vayomer Adonai el Moshe lemor, Daber el Bnei Yisrael, Ve'amarta alehem, Ve'asu lahem tzitzit, al kanfei bigdehem l'dorotam, Ve'natnu al tzitzit hakanaf betil techelet, Ve'haya lachem l'tzitzit, Uritem oto, Uzachartem et kol mitzvot Adonai v'asitem otam v'lo taturu acharei levavechem ve'acharei einechem asher atem zonim achareichem leman tizkeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai vehitem kedoshim lelocheichem ani Adonai Eloheichem Asher hotzeti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lehiot lachem l'Elohim ani Adonai Eloheichem Adonai Eloheichem emet. Next, we will turn to Hashkivenu on page 45. We'll read together the Shelter Me in a Leaf reading on the top of the left side of page 45. Shelter me in a leaf, shelter me in a stone. I envy them their sure peace. Shelter me, God. Protect and conceal me, enclose me in your fences. Pick me up from the dust that turns me gray. Embrace me with your eternity, like a leaf and a stone nourished with dew. Make me a path of permanence. My heart is shadowed. Anoint me with your dazzle, which I feel in my breath. Wash away my trembling, wash away doubt. The nights are ephemeral, the days filled with pain. Send your help, God. So now we will move into the Hatzikash leading into the Friday night Amidah. So we'll start with the Hatzikadosh on page 46. Then we will rise for the Amidah, do the silent meditation, and after a few minutes, we'll join in back together for the communal recitation of the Amidah. Please rise. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, Yamadi vrach mirate v'yamlich malhute, v'chayechonu v'yomechon, uv'hayiduchol beit Yisrael, Bagala, Bagala, uv'izman kariv, v'meru, Amen. Yehi shmei rabbah mevorach, Le'olam le'omaya yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitshama v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei dekudesha b'rihu le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata tushbehata v'nechemata tamiran be'alma Bimeru, Amen. Ose shalom bimromo. Uyase shalom aleinu. Ve'akol Yisrael. Ve'imru, imru, amen. Yase shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'akol Yisrael. Yase shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'akol Yisrael. Imru, amen. May the one who creates peace on high bring peace to us and to all Israel. And we say amen. We will join back together on page 53 for the communal recitation of the Amidah. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu v'Elohei avoteinu v'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzhak, v'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanara, El Elyon, Konei Shamayim v'Aretz, Magen Avot V'Dvaro, V'chayei metim b'ma'amaro, Ha'el hakadosh she'ein kamohu, Hameniach le'amo, B'yom Shabbat kodsho, Kivam ratza lechaniach lachem, Kivam ratza lechaniach lachem, Lefanav navod b'yirav v'pachad, V'nodei lishmo v'chol yom tamid, Me'on habrachot, El haodot, Adon hashalom, Mekadesh hashabbat v'varei shevi, U'meniach b'kedusha, V'yamedu shnei oneg, Zecher l'maseh v'reishit. Please stay standing for the Kaddish Shalem leading into the Aleinu. The Kaddish Shalem is found on page 54, and Aleinu will start on page 56. Yikadal v'yikadash shemei rabbah, ve'amad yivrach lirotei, ve'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechonu v'yamechonu, v'yedel beit Yisrael, v'agalav yizman kari v'imeru, amen. Yehei shmei rabbah mevorach, le'olam me'amaya, yitbarach, Yitbarav Yishuavav Yitbar V'Jaman V'Yitnaseh V'Tadar V'Yitlev V'Yitlash Shmei Kudesha B'Richu V'Ein Min Kol Birchata V'Shirata Tishbahata V'Nehemata Dami Ram B'Yama V'Yimeru Amen. Titkabel Tzotahon U'Dotohon Dehol Yisrael Kadama V'Hundi V'Shmaya V'Yimeru Amen. Yehei Shlama Rabba Min Shemaya V'Hayim Aleinu V'Yakol Yisrael V'Yimeru Amen. Ose Shalom B'Roma Uyase Shalom Aleinu Ve'Yakol Yisrael Ve'Yimeru Amen. Please remain standing for the Aleinu on page 56. Aleinu l'shapeach l'adon hakol, lateit gedula leotzer breshit, shelo asanu kigloye haratzot, velo samanu kemishpachot adama, shelo sam helkenu kahem, v'gor aleinu kehol hamonam, v'anachnu korim, Umishtahavim umudim, Lifnei melech malchei hamlachim, Hakadosh Baruch Hu, Shehu notei shamayim ve'yoser haaretz, Umoshav yikaro b'shamayim imo, Ushkinatu zo, V'gavhei meromim, Hu Eloheinu Einod, Emet Malkeinu Efes Ulato, Kakatu V'Torato, el levavecha, ki Adonai hu ha'Elohim, b'shamayim imao, v'haaretz mitachat einod einod. Vakatu b'toratecha, Adonai yimloch le'olam va'ed, v'nemar v'haya Adonai le'melech al kol haaretz, vayom hahu, yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad. You may be seated. Tonight, we are remembering the lives of Saul Taylor, father to Ronald and Mitchell Taylor, Abraham Eagle, father of Shirley Morrison, Joseph Koffler, father of Herbert Koffler, Ann Leonard, grandmother of Rachel Papauser. We also extend our condolences to Judy Pitkovsky on the loss of her brother, George Salzberg, as well as Jill Petrusnik on the loss of her cousin, Bob Grossman. Anybody else have any names they're remembering tonight that they would like to share?
Edie Block, cousin.
We invite anybody in mourning or anybody observing yahrzeit to please rise for the mourner's Kaddish on page 58. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, ve'amad rach hirutei ve'amlit malchutei, v'chayechon v'chon v'chaye d'chol beit Yisrael, v'agala u'bizman kari v'yibaruch amen. Yehei shmei rabbah le'olam u'lamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitbar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yithaleh v'yithalal shemei dekudesha v'ruchu ve'ela min kol birchata v'shemata v'shbechata v'nechemata ta'amiran be'alma amen.
Amen.
Shlama Rabba min Shemaya v'hayim aleinu ve'akol Yisrael v'ru amen. Oseh shalom b'mramav huya aseh shalom aleinu ve'akol Yisrael v'ru amen.
Amen.
Ellen, are there any announcements to share this evening?
Always. Shabbat shalom, everyone. Yes, I am to remind you, and I see Talia might be on here herself, but I am to remind you to pick up your Mishlach Manot either on Sunday or on Purim as you arranged. If you didn't make an arrangement, it will be delivered to your house. If you want to call the synagogue and let them know, I forgot, I'm going to be there, I'll pick it up. You have a couple more days to do that. Okay. Anything else, Talia? Maybe not.
Nope, that's it.
Okay.
Just let me know before noon on Sunday if you're coming by the synagogue.
All right, thanks. And I wanted to just remind everybody that Sisterhood is having on March 27th at 9:30 in the morning. They're making little blankets. It's a very simple thing. After a couple of twists of material or whatever, you get to be a pro. So if you're interested in that, let Vicky know, because I understand they're going to have some snacks or something. So it's a lot of fun. Everybody enjoys it. It's a little crafty thing to do. And they make cute little blankets. Those are the two that I can think of. Am I forgetting anything? Anything else? Passover is coming. Don't forget,
Is March 16th reading the Megillah?
yes, on March 16th at 6 o'clock.
And Ellen,
And-
the Friday night Shabbat liturgy class is resuming next Sunday at 10:45, from 10:45 to 11:45. And I think we're going for 6 weeks or so with breaks around Passover.
Sounds good. And I wanted to remind everyone, I was given the heads up by Misha that this year the second night Seder at Passover might actually sell out because they're not going to have that many. They're not going to keep expanding. So,
They've already upped it to 70 at the moment.
oh, wow.
So it went, yeah, it was cut off at 50, but I guess they heard from people. So that was the new update on the e-blast.
Oh, okay.
So how do we register? Can we call Anna or do we have to do it online?
Right now, just call in. There's no online yet.
Okay.
So it will be on online here in the next week or so.
All righty. That's what I
I do
have.
have.
Oh, Jimmy
And I
has stuff.
I just have a real quick update on the men's club fundraiser for the fence, or really supplementing some of the things for the fence. We've raised more than half of our goal, and we also made arrangements with the baseball artwork people, and they're giving us a little bit more time to raise some more. So we have until the end of the month to do that, and so that's a good news on that part. And so if you want to win a raffle, $25 get you an entertainment book, plus all the nice things, plus the artwork that you can win. You do get a small 8x10 already just by buying a raffle ticket. So all the details are in the e-blast.
What is it, an 8x10 off?
Of the baseball, the same artwork that you're winning. So these are
Oh.
Jews in baseball.
Oh, okay.
So Jewish players in Major League Baseball over the years are in there, including
Ooh.
people like Sandy Koufax and I can't even think of all the names. And we were trying to get Alex Brigman, who's a local
Yeah.
young man that played for the academy here, the Albuquerque Academy. He made the major league, but he didn't. The project started before he was before he made the major league. He was in high school at the time when this project started, and so we were hoping to be able to induct him into this piece as well. So.
Okay. Anybody else have
And,
any updates?
Yeah, and the barbecue is coming. Men's Club is doing a barbecue again. This is our 18th annual barbecue, so we're going to make a big deal about it. Terry has already agreed to be our master griller chef, so be on the lookout for that. And
Okay, I
that's
think
it.
that's April 17th or so Thursday night.
It's Thursday night leading into the seventh day.
Yeah. So, well, I'm looking forward to that because 18 is a lucky number. Right?
Yep.
Okay, thank you.
All right, Don.
All right, we will conclude our services with Adon Olam on page 211, and then we will, now that the sun is set after Adon Olam, we will do candle lighting, Kiddush, and Motzi. So hang tight after Adon Olam on page 211. Had I practiced, I would have been able to do what Cantor Bromberg used to do around St. Patrick's Day and sing Adon Olam to O Danny Boy, but not feeling that confident yet, so maybe next year. Adon Olam asher malav v'terem kol yetzir nivra li'eit nasa v'chefzo kol azai melech shemo nikra azai melech shemo nikra ve'yacharei kichlot hakol levado yimloch nora vehu haya vehu choveh vehu yiyeh betifara vehu yiyeh betifara vehu echad v'yein sheni lecham shilo lechach bira beli reshit beli tachlit velo ha'oz v'hamisra velo ha'oz v'hamisra vehu eli v'chai goali v'tzur chevli v'yetzara vehu nisi umanosli menat kosi beyom ekra menat kosi beyom ekra beyado afkid ruchi b'yeti shan b'ya'ira ve'im ruchi kebiyati Adonai li velo ira Adonai li velo ira. Okay, I believe Kiddush is on page 55. But first, we will do candle lighting. You're welcome to light your Shabbat candles alongside us here. My cameraman took the night off. Sorry, guys. All right. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'tzivanu v'hadlik ner shel Shabbat. Please join for Kiddush and Motzi on page 55. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kadsho b'achava uvratzon hinhilanu zikaron l'maaseh v'reishit ki hu yom tehila l'mikra'e kodesh zecher l'tziat Mitzrayim Kivanu acharta, beotanu kidashta, mikol hamim, v'shabbat kodshecha, v'yahava uvratzon, chintaltanu, baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh ha-shabbat. Chaim. And Motzi. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lahem min haaretz. Amen. Shabbat shalom, everybody.
Shabbat shalom, and I think we have to move our clocks forward this weekend.
Oh,
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat
Shabbat shalom.
That was
Shabbat
beautiful
shalom.
service. You're
Beautiful service,
fantastic.
Don.
Beautiful
Thank
service.
you.
You
Shabbat
must be
shalom.
so proud. She's so awesome.
Thank you.
Shabbat
Shalom.
Shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Did you see her name?
Okay.